Hello. Uh, so, how are you all doing? Well, no one's actually gonna watch this for quite a while. But, today, at least if you've read the title, you should know. Oh, hey. We're gonna be playing, Doki Doki Literature Club. Which, if you don't know, is I think, graphic novel game. The only thing is that, according to the internet, it is, yeah, I know. It is a very creepy game. It is a very not okay game. I have not played it at all. I am fully blind. Is the audio okay? Alright, it's a little loud. Alright, here we go. Of course, I gotta be sheep. That's me. Hey. See an annoying girl running towards me from the distance. She waves her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Ugh. Alright. Also, if there's a little bit of, like, construction sounds in the back, like there are currently, there's currently another room being constructed in my house, so nothing I can do about that. I'll just turn the game volume up a little bit. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. The new room is for my future room because the basement that I live in currently is falling apart. Like the entire floor is falling apart. It's great. Anyways, we used to walk around school together on days like this. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I'm also better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of a crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I'm not going to do that voice. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. What the hell? Why does she not have a nose? What the actual, like, okay. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Ehehe. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, sheep, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. One of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. We'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me that you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me does make me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her mind. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Am I gonna play Destiny 2? Probably not. I don't have the money for Destiny 2 with Mario Odyssey coming out, so yeah, rest in peace. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Oh yeah, sure, I'll play some Wii U later. After play this for about an hour, I might play some Smash or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll play some like Zelda or Pikmin 3 or something. Mario Maker. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you come to my club. Sayori, yeah, there's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. I don't know where my phone is. I think it's over there. Yeah, it's over there. I'll text you later. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Yes, I do. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, that is the face of someone who plans to murder you. I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hehe. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have this all planned out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Wow. Guess I'll save there. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, sheep, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Oh.
Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, Seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Do I have Steam? Of course I have Steam. Dude, why wouldn't I have Steam? Yuri, who appears... Oh, I already read this. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Cheap. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, aesthetic. Or, athletic, sorry. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me gently feels a little... You too, Monika. Come, sit down, Sheep. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. Look at the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Oh.
Then how about I make some tea as well?
What games do I play on PS4? If you have some fun ones, let's play. I don't have my PS4 at the moment, sorry. It's at a friend's house because he's borrowing it to play the new South Park game. Because I have nothing to play on it right now, but I will be buying Persona 5 and playing that on stream. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Oops. History. Alright. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to a corner of a room where Natsuki wraps a tray and Yuri opens the closet. Look at Smite. I already have Smite, dude. On my PC. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Sugoi. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute. I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. I don't want to get it on PS4. I've tried it on PS4, but it's just not as good as it is on PC. I don't like playing MOBAs with a controller. It just feels a lot less, you know, good than with a mouse and keyboard. You can't really do as many jank plays and flicks and stuff. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sarah grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Glances. No, I don't have Uncharted 4. I didn't really want to buy it because I'm not that big of a PS4 guy, and it just didn't look like my kind of game. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. It is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why do you thank me? It's not like haven't I heard this someone before made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, Sari said. Well, maybe. Oh, that's straight up tsundere right there. But not for you know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to a cupcake tray. No, I'm not gonna buy Destiny 2 for the PS4. I will buy it for PC since, you know, mouse and keyboard. And I'm not gonna go buy an adapter for my PS4 either because that's just not as good. She carefully, okay.
You keep a whole.
Oh, that's me. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea Help you enjoy a good book.
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated.
Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe in you. Oh, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Bruh, I don't want a main PS4 because PC's better. Like, PS4 is cool. But like, PC's just better statistically. No hate to consoles. Sure, maybe, man. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Oh, rip. Well, maybe you should get a desktop. If you want it, I could probably help you build one. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. It's only like $500 for like one that can run a lot of games. I mean, like, it's decently cheap if you build it yourself. Mine was $900 pre-built, so you could probably make this with decently close specs or even better for like $500, $600. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. What's the best RAM? Just DDR4. Pretty much. Most RAM's the same, actually. You can buy some at Best Buy, even. Just get anything DDR4 that matches your motherboard. So, if your motherboard supports DDR4, then get DDR4. If it doesn't, DDR3. My Skype? I don't use Skype. Skype is bad. I use Discord. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all their effort into starting brand new. Just to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah.
We'll do our best.
You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. I don't know why I gave Yuri the beater voice. My Discord, I don't really have a link to my Discord stuff right now, but I have an old Twitch group that I can send you a link to. Let's see here. Let's put it in chat right here. There you go. It's just Twitch boys. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Oh, well, send me a link to yours then. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Sheep, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is so amazing to me. And telling a good story in a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you in a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I've read a horror book once. I desperately grasped to something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say it.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes died over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? Yeah, that's what this is, Snickers. What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Okay, this is starting to get weirder. I mean, like... Whew. Alright. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I want to read everyone's poems. I will later. This music, this reading, this dialogue, oh boy, thank you. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Foursome. Wait, no, it's 5 people in this club, counting me. Shit. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Sheep? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry, may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I thought...
Sheep. You all... Yo, what's up, Smug Neo? I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Suri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me.
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Sheep, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Ehehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Sheep, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sari and I never walk home together anymore, because she has always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the 2 of us depart from the clubroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, hell yeah. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member would would like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright, what do I want here? Suicide? Explode? Oh yeah, you know it, man. Well, see, the thing is that this is an anime game, and I'm trying to hold back my erection, trust me. Let's see here. What do we want? Chat, what should the first choice be? We want imagination, family, games, heartbeat, bed, disarray, suicide, friends, explode, unrestrained. Which do we want? I mean, I'm personally going towards, I don't have my face cam plugged in right now, so sorry. Let's go with, no one's gonna say anything? I'll save here. Anything. Choose one. Come on. No? I mean, alright. Here we go. If there's a delay, then I don't know. Explode or suicide. Alright. I'm going personally more towards explode. So we're gonna go on explode. Oh. Another set. I'm not gonna wait this time, so let's see here. Explode. Boop. Loud. Marriage. Yeah, let's go with that one. Well, what is she like? I think she's the cutest. Let's see. Cute. Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Cheeks. Yeah, there we go. Rip. see here. Flower. Passion. Yeah, there you go. Candy. Yeah. Let's go. Nibble. Oh yeah. Loving this. Hair. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting all the points on my cutie. Pure. Yeah, there we go. Even more. Let's go. Send it on Instagram. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. It's Smile. Yeah, there you go. She's happy. Doki Doki. Let's go. Skirt. Yeah, let's go. Mouse. Yeah, let's go. Precious. Massacre. Yeah. Can I voice chat with you during the stream? I would prefer not, personally, because I'm playing an anime game. I'm trying to be completely immersed here. All right. I've got all my lights off. I've got my mouse is the only thing that's lit up other than the screen. This is full screen. This is insane immersion. Disown. Oh, there you go. Starscape. Charm. Alright, let's see who we got. Hi again, sheep. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Oh no, my door's locked, trust me. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, sheep. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not even accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sari told me you didn't even want to join the club this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to come here just to hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have been a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Sheep always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work even without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. That's so...
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Sheep can become good friends too. Sayori. ... As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori, me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
Oh, she blushing, bruh.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah. I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright, well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. We could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much.
Yuri.
Oh, that's me. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely be reading this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is almost buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? See you later. Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't really admit you're into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyways? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. Get a closer look at the book that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it on that glass. You can do it through the glass on that door. OCD? Yeah, yeah. She pointed at the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. I'll tell you one thing, Sheep. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit there. Wouldn't the chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. She's blushing. XD. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip to the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kind of grew out of these since it's rare for writing to be entertaining, you know, to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously, you think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at an ice cream shop. That just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into their backstories and all sorts of romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Ehehe. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna just take this screen cap. Save as. This is important. BRB. Alright, we're back. Oh, I had to go get a glass of water because my throat is starting to hurt. I should probably get more water eventually, but I've got 2 almost empty water bottles down here anyways. I'm gonna assume that the audio levels are still fine, and that nothing has really changed. So, let's continue. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. It's just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah... Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone who's that impressionable. Haha. Definitely not a coincidence. Alright, I gotta admit this game's pretty cute. But I don't see why the internet's freaking out about it yet. Guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Okay. Anyone want to take this screen cap real quick? Go ahead. I mean, it's decently cute. ... We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Sorry, I had forgotten to lock my door when I came back in. I had to do that real quick. You know what I mean? Question mark? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up with them without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. That's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found out about this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that sounds letting my problem. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Okay. I gotta say, man, I'm enjoying this. I'm being a weeaboo about it, but I'm enjoying it. Ahaha. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki points her finger at one of the panels. Minari's my favorite character. I always feel a bit bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finished this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. That's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words that feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Yeah? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Ha ha ha. Natsuki suddenly knows how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monica just said, don't be dumb. Take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I don't plan on using any of my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. But by tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. Might as well fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Oh god. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find that much inspiration since I've never done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose-leafed horn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who will I show my poem to first? Oh god, I've got to choose a girl. Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. Probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote all of this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when reading this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I could be a little bit more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, that's not that great, but then let me show you what real literature looks like. Then you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even try to take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems? Or for people to express themselves? Oh, but isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing really great things can be disheartening. So I just decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who will I show it to next? I guess we'll show it to I don't know, beater voice girl.
Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
That's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I didn't really notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through all of that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both style and expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Great. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques.
There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. And not just finding and building them, but getting them to work is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. My stream is not offline. Funny joke, skill man. The last yet to be replaced sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms, breathing air, present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Oh, my green shot isn't working.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sheep.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glass over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it in that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Who should I show the poem to next? Thank you. I'll show it to, I don't know, Monica. Sayori. Monica. Hi, sheep. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Ahahaha. Don't worry, sheep. Well, a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, sheep. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ahahaha. Oh, geez. No. It kind of made me think of something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them... shit. They can express the views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki's kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying a lot of different things. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or something. Ahaha. Ahaha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Ah, shit. Alright. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Hold on. Just gonna hit him with the... Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have... hold on. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It isn't just a hole. It was too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting out emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When preformed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a lot. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just try to move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, now we gotta talk Sayori. This is a good poem, Sheep. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't even write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Sheep. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you will read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hehe. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me get out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Alright, great. I don't know. Probably not. Let's see here. I'll put it in chat. I think that's it. Oh, ignore the highlighted sheet part. Alright. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, then I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hehehe. So much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch as their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh?
Did you, say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Sheep did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Sheep liked my poem too, you know. Even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
It's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Sheep appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew to a size bigger as soon as Sheep started showing up. Natsuki?
Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was just standing there.
Sheep! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making all your poems convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Sheep.
But wait, there's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Sheep?
Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think of more highly than me. So, of course, that's going to be... Oh shit. I want to say Natsuki because she's cuter, but shit. Is anyone still watching? Let's see. Nope. All right. Great. I'll just go with Natsuki.
Yuri, you're really talented.
Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think of conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Haha. Shows how much you know.
But that's not...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. Looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so... you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well, if you say so.
Hey! It's not like you needed to apologize for me, sheep. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. Thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monika look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori?
I'll go make some tea.
I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, sheep. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around that we got a little used to. So, me joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we get home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you can take a chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monika. About what? It's not the most important thing in the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Hehehe. In the end, though, Monika's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can spend all of my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly. Sheep, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. Oh shit, oops. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, it means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. And not to myself. Sheep! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee hee hee. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Sheep, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh shit, dog. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself, to her, than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as internal monologue sometime. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright. I think I'm gonna save here. And I think that's gonna be it for today. How long is that? An hour and 20 minutes of streaming? Yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll upload highlights of this game once it's all done. And in the meantime, thank you. Goodbye.